Welcome. My name is Mary and this is the Painted Peach. Today we are in a coffee playlist with Shabby Meets Bling, Up All Night DIY, Sparks of Joy, and myself, the Painted Peach. Welcome to the coffee shop. For my first project, I have this transfer or stencil from Chalkboard, and we're going to make this little coffee bar sign. I had a wood cutout of this little coffee pot, and it was specifically cut to fit this transfer or stencil, and I couldn't tell you where I got it because this is a repurposed video, and I was live while I created this, and it was from a year or two ago, so I did want to reshare that here since I haven't yet. And so I'm using that for this coffee playlist. I'm using some Dune paste, which is one of my favorite colors of the chalk paste. And look how cute that little coffee pot is. So I'm going to use the rest of the transfer right on this little sign. This sign also came from Chalkboard. I don't believe they sell these anymore. They change up products a lot, and they went through a whole change up of their designs and everything since then, but they may still have this in their shop. I don't know. So I'm going to use that same color to put these words on there, and then we're going to glue down our little coffee pot, and we're going to have the cutest little bar sign for our coffee bar, and I just love the way it turns out. While I'm finishing that up, I'd like to thank Dawn for inviting me from Shabby Meets Bling to be a co-host in this playlist. I was very honored to be asked, and I'm excited to be a part of this with these lovely, talented ladies. All right, and you know, coffee is my favorite thing ever, and this week just happens to be my birthday week. My birthday was on the 23rd, and I got myself a coffee, a muffin, and I sat at my favorite coffee shop. So for the rest of this stencil, I'm going to do my DIY number 2. I have a board, and I have the letters cut out, the coffee letters, and I'm going to stencil this all in that same Dune color to match my other sign, and we are going to make a larger coffee sign for a coffee area as well. Everything's gonna match, and it is going to be adorable. I know that you can find these cutouts all over the place. You look on Etsy, you can look up the different stencils that you have and look up cutouts, and people make the cutouts to match. You can also get the SVGs, I believe now, from Chalkboard and cut your own if you have a laser. You know, if you have a laser, I do not, so I always ordered mine from others. And so we're just using that chalk paste to put our chalk straight onto our letters, getting the excess off and pulling it right up. And we have the cutest little letters coming off of there that spell out coffee. All right, we're almost done there, and then we're going to attach these along with that little rectangle onto this white sign. And the sign has little engraved marks where you put your letters so you know where to place them, and everything's lined up, and you have no problem putting it where it needs to go. I'm using some wood glue and hot glue for placing these on. You could also use some stick fast or whatever your choice is. Let's take a coffee break. This is also from my favorite coffee shop, and I just needed to share it with you. So DIY number 3, this is a stool top that I got from Lowe's, and I'm actually going to use my coffee stain to stain this up. Now the project itself is nothing to do with coffee, but I'm going to be staining and painting with the coffee mixture. So I wanted to, share that with you guys and make it be a part of this coffee playlist. So I am using this coffee mixture, which is just some instant coffee, water, and vanilla. Sometimes I put cinnamon in there. I've been leaving that out lately. If I stain fabrics, I usually put cinnamon in there because I want it to be more grungy looking. Usually if I use it on paper or staining wood like this, I will not put it in there. So I'm just going to get a paper towel and I'm going to pour some of that coffee stain into that little lid, and we're going to go to town on staining this. And while I do that, I'll be showing you some of the fabrics that I have stained with the coffee stain. I did a whole lot one time, and my husband made a makeshift clothesline for me out in the backyard, and I hung them all up, and I thought it was the cutest thing. I felt like Little House on the Prairie. And I hung them all up and I took pictures, and I just look back at those pictures. I just think they're the most beautiful thing, and I'll pop them in here in just a minute. But right now we are just pouring some more stain out. It takes a lot with this pine wood. It soaks it right up. But I love the color it gives. It's not too strong and dark, and of course it also smells really good because it's coffee, right? And you can keep going as dark as you want. And to make your stain darker, of course, you add more coffee, more instant coffee into your mixture. So I'm going to take it all the way around the sides as well. And I also end up doing the back at another time. And here's those pictures of all my coffee stained fabrics. And I just think they're the prettiest things. Isn't that so Little House on the Prairie? Yeah. Anyways. Back to the project. So this project I actually did live. This is the prepping time that I did before the live, and this is stuff that I didn't show live. I only had like a 30-minute segment, so I prepped my board and all before and all. So this paper towel I'll actually dry out, and I'll use it in another project like a paper craft or something like that. So I don't throw things away that I use in my coffee stain. I do use them at a later time. Okay, so that is that. I have stained up my board, and I'm going to put this away until I need it for my painting. So these are the colors I'm using. I'm using the white. I don't end up using this green. I'm using the black, the red, and the blue. I also end up using a tan and some burnt umber and stuff like that. I ended up drawing my barn on there, and then I got my white chalk paint out and I painted the background. I drew out a flag, and then I painted my barn white. And this is when I went live and I started doing a little bit of the detail work on the live. So I'm using that black folk art paint to paint on my roof, and then we'll go into painting on the flag. Now I'm going to do a technique on this project where I take some soy candle wax. I just have some melts that I made back when I used to make candles, and I just rub it on the areas like the roof, the window, and the flag where I painted the color, and I rub it all on that, and then I cover them back over again with white chalk paint. And then when I scrape them off, the color will come through and we'll have more of a rustic look instead of a crisp, clean look. So I was going for more of a antiqued or rustic or primitive look for our sign. So I just used the nautical blue, and now I'm going in with some candy red, and we'll go in with that same Arendot, I think that's what it's called, white, and we will do the white stripes on the flag. Once we get all that done is when I pull out that little wax melt, and we'll go over the painted areas. So while we're doing this, I want to remind you to go check out my description. It has the link to the playlist, and if you click on that link, you will be able to just watch this whole playlist one by one after the other in a line, and the next one will pop up when the one you're watching is over. So also the host, my co-host today, they're all linked in there, or they're tagged in there as well. And make sure you go over and join their channels and let them know that I sent you on over. They're all amazing creatives, very talented, and I don't think you will be sorry for checking them out. All right, so here we go. We're going over it with the white paint. We're going to dry it up, make sure it's all the way dry. And then we're going to get out our scraper and scrape that paint right back off. And I just love how this turns out, you guys. Off camera after this, I end up putting the wheat on the bottom. And I'd use a technique that my friend from Creative Roots Art does a lot, where she does some scratching and some scribbling. And I do that on the wheat area at the bottom. I also will be showing you some painting with the coffee in just a few moments. Right now I'm just kind of touching up the barn where I did the scraping. Some of the paint kind of turned silver because I was using that silver spatula, but I wanted my barn to be a little bit more crisp. All right, there is my little wheat in the ground, and there's all the rusticness. I just love it. All right, and here I'm getting out the coffee stain, and I'm doing the shadowing with the coffee stain. So anywhere that I think that I want it to be a little bit darker, I'm adding that coffee stain there, and then I'm taking a napkin and rubbing it in. I decide after that I really want the background to be a little bit more darker, so I come in and do that as well. But first, we're going to put some stripes around the outside. So we're going to do the red and white stripes all the way around the round, and we're going to do the same technique we did on the flag on the barn, and we are going to do that technique all the way around this round. So there's my little wax melt. We're going to rub it all the way around. We're going to put our white paint on, we're going to dry it, and then voila, we will have our rustic flag. So there you have it. All right, so now that that is done, we'll go back and we will get our coffee stain back out, and this is where I just start adding it all the way around the round, the outside of it where the stripes are. I wanted to make that more vintage looking, and then I just started coming in with it and darkening the background and making it a little bit more antiqued. I do some on the barn, and then I just keep adding and adding until I am pleased with the way it looks. With the coffee, it's a little bit more forgiving than if you were using the antique wax or dark wax or something like that, because you can wipe it back a lot more than you could the other. Now I'm just adding the rest of my coffee stain to the back, and then I decided I wanted it to be a little bit white, so I did that too. So let's move on to the next project, which is DIY number 4. We have another stencil, and we have a chalkboard from Chalkboard. This is one of my favorite surfaces because you can just do it, wipe it off, redo it over and over and over again with different things, and you never have to have a new surface. So this is a very large stencil, so I usually cut those down. I don't ever have a surface big enough to put those whole things on, so I'll just cut them down and make them into something different. I'm using a rose gold to make the cup, and we are going to use some white and some peachy keen, and what other color am I going to use? I think I use Marvelous, which was one of my favorite colors from Chalkboard. And we make this very cute little sign that you'll see in the final reveal. I'm really interested to know which one of these projects you liked the most. I think that my favorite would have to be the barn, with me using the coffee stain. I just love using the coffee stain on anything from fabric to paper to wood, you name it. I just love using it. I just think it's a good natural way. There's no chemicals, and it gives a really good look. And plus that barn was super cute. All right, so here I am adding the Marvelous. I just like saying that, I think. And then we're gonna add the peachy keen and the white, and we'll be finished. Easy as that. That's a really simple way to like touch up an area and give it a new look without breaking the bank. Here you see me pulling back, and that's just so that it doesn't dry in the screen. And then I'm just pressing down the letters, and we are going to put the peachy keen here and then the white on the bottom again. So I'd really like to know, what kind of coffee do you drink? Do you like cold coffee? Do you like hot coffee, cold brew, frozen coffees, cappuccinos? My favorite thing to get is a caramel frappe. I do like hot coffee. I could drink hot coffee all day, all night, and it doesn't affect me, but you know. All right, it's time for the final reveal. Here is the coffee signs, and there's my little coffee pot that I made. And here is our barn. I really, really love it. And here is our coffee cup with hot wings. And I'd like to thank Dawn, Monica, and Natalie for having me as their co-hosts today. I'd like to thank everyone who is in the playlist with us, and I can't wait to see what everyone creates. And if you would, go on over and subscribe to my channel. Let me know you stopped by. And as always, I hope that you have a blessed day and stay peachy.